You need to understand that if someone wants you, they will look for you. And if someone loves you, then they will show you. And if someone is scared to lose you, then they'll do everything in their power to make sure that doesn't happen. Everything else is just an excuse.
Yeah, I broke up with him, but did I really mean it? No. He hasn't even tried fighting for me. It's been 2 days and he still hasn't called me off no caller ID a million times.
What's going on with women these days? We used to be a lot happier than men, and now we're not. What happened?
What you've found is that over the past 20 years or so, women have converged downward to the unhappiness levels of men. And at first I thought, great, men are getting happier. Women are getting unhappier is what we find. And they're getting unhappier very quickly. And so there's a lot of different theories of it. You find that there's a lot less family formation going on. There's a lot less marriage. You find that men and women are diverging politically really, really quickly. You find that women are getting much more politically progressive and men are getting more conservative. And so the result of it is that, especially in a culture where people think that the most important thing for making a romantic match is voting for the same party idiotically, social media is especially targeted at young women. It's creating a whole lot of misery with the social comparison, with political hatred, with the sense of loneliness that's crawling out of people's smartphones. And all these things together are creating an epidemic of unhappiness among women, especially young women in our society today.
If the text messages the text messages take too long to go through, you cut off. Like, you know how when you send a message, it goes through instantly. But sometimes when you send a message, it be having that little line of it loading. If it does that, you cut off.
See, American women will never be happy. They've been sold this dream that just don't work. Pursue your career through your 20s and 30s. Don't have a family. You'll be unable to have kids by the time you settle down, and you'll have a great career. You have no man and no family. American women is screwed because that's what they're being sold. We need to get back down to damn traditional roles. Men need to start being men, being providers, and women need to start being women and being motherly women's.
Suddenly, it's every man's dream to buy a little bit of land in the middle of nowhere, start a farm. Oh my God, be quiet. I'm not going to be your trad wife. Gross.
One thing about me is I'm not a traditional woman. I never have been. And I know some man in the comments is going to talk about how, oh, you're going to die alone with a bunch of cats, whatever the hell they be talking about, right? Reason why I say this is because I personally, and this is just my opinion, and everybody can live how they want, right? I just wouldn't ever want to be a stay-at-home mom. I would not want to stay at home, take care of the kids, cook, clean. Like, that's just not me, and it never has been, and I don't think it ever will. Like, just the thought of catering everything, like everything that's inside of you to a man, I don't think I could do it. I really do not think I could do it. I love love, and I've always been a hopeless romantic, and I will do anything for the person I love, obviously. But when it comes to like being like a traditional woman and like cooking for them and cleaning for them, yeah, no, because this is a two-way street. You can do the same thing. Now, providing, okay, maybe I am a little traditional in that sense. Like, yes, you should be providing. You should be doing that. I really don't do the 50-50 thing. But what I'm trying to say is, no, not for me. Really not for me. But if it's for you, by all means, because I know some woman out there is going to get all mad and, ooh, this is why you're going to die alone. Okay, cool. All right, this is why your husband's cheating on you and going on Grindr. Bye.
These women want a traditional man, but they themselves are not traditional women. Hi guys, and today we will be talking about men moving on in silence and women not understanding why. These next few clips will showcase women needing to get the last word in a relationship despite being wrong.
All right, whatever. Do what you do. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Cooler. Bro.
Sis.
Yo, look, I'm gonna be good.
And I'm gonna be better.
I can't get over a fight unless we've fought about it. We had to take a break. We're coming back to it and resolving it. Oftentimes he doesn't want to come back to it. He's just like, oh, we talked about it. It's done. I'm like, no, I need to get to the other side of this. There's a lot of different ways that you have to balance understanding your partner and giving them what they need, not how you need it, but how they receive it. Individuality, delivering and receiving communication and love the way of which your partner accepts it.
Those are all really important points. I think like what it comes down to, in my opinion, is we're all like ongoing projects, right? And we're always going to be constantly like fixing ourselves and adjusting things. I think you just got to ask yourself if that's a project that you want to be working on with that person.
Whoa, that's
forever.
great. Yeah.
You know?
If they cared, they'd fight for it, avoidant or not. Attachment style explains behavior, but it does not excuse it. So let's get this straight. Avoidant or not, if they cared, they would fight for you. They would fight for the relationship. Yeah, they shut down. Yeah, they run. Yeah, they struggle to communicate and to show up emotionally. But here's one thing that they don't want you to know. That they know how to try when they want to. You've seen it. The job that they chased, the dream that they aspired to, that they went after, the hobby that they got obsessed with, the friends that they stayed loyal to, even the ex that they couldn't get over, the situationship that they decided to text back. Avoidant doesn't mean incapable. It means they choose comfort over connection, until connection matters more. So no, you're not crazy for wanting effort that you've seen that they're capable of. You're not asking for too much by expecting clarity, communication, and consistency. You're asking for the bare minimum, for basic relationship skills that everybody is capable of learning, that they probably already know how to do. Avoidance can heal too. Avoidance can commit too. Avoidance can love, and love so deeply and so hard, and for so long. But only when they decide that hiding hurts more than trying.
This is what gets scary, right? Is just like because you didn't allow yourself to have a permanent roof is preventing you from getting an
I do have a permanent
Shut
roof.
the you know what I'm talking about.
I know that you think you know what you're talking about.
If you would have let me make my point, you would have understood the importance. Because you don't have the permanent roof.
It is permanent.
Because of that, you're having a hard time getting an in-person job because that's what they consider to be a permanent roof. You get it? Cool.
A permanent location and a permanent roof? Different. Permanent roof means I don't get
Girl,
rained on.
if a bird flies into that the roof's gone.
Women today wear their disagreeableness as a badge of honor, when, in all actuality, most masculine men do not want to come home and deal with or handle a disagreeable, unpleasant, argumentative woman. In the Bible, the book of Proverbs 21:9 says, "It is better to live on the corner of a roof than in a house with a quarrelsome wife." These next clips are going to showcase men leaving in silence, and how silence isn't punishment. It is the proof of peace.
If the bitch don't want to be with you no more, the bitch don't want to be with you no more. I apologize for being so vulgar. I just needed you guys to open up your damn ears and listen to me. I work with a lot of men. A lot of men have gone through my coaching program. And I've come to the conclusion that a lot of you guys are just pussy. Gee, if your wife, your girl, the woman you in a relationship with, the woman you in a marriage with, don't want to be with you. I don't give a fuck if y'all got kids together. I don't give a fuck if y'all got assets together. I don't give a fuck how long y'all been together. Stop begging for that bitch, dog. Stop pleading and begging for another chance and trying to prove yourself to that fucking woman. Because 90% of the time, it's too fucking late. She done already made up her mind. She done already made a decision and she don't want to be with you no more, dog. The more you beg, the more you plead, you just lose your fucking self-worth, your self-dignity, and dog, it's not worth it. So if she don't want to be with you no more, you fucking let her go. If she pull back, you pull back. If she want to walk out the door, you let the bitch go. Let the bitch drown for her life. But no more of that fucking begging and pleading and all that sucker-ass soft shit, dog. It's embarrassing.
What you have to do when it's not working with a girl is wish them luck, walk away, and don't look back. And you're still going to get those emotions. Those things are still going to hit you, but walk away and don't look back. And there's two reasons for that. Number one, if there's any chance that it's going to work out, the best possible way for you to get it to work out is by walking away, by wishing them luck, walking away, and don't look back. That's the best way.
You need to be able to keep your respect for yourself, and you need to go work on you, because begging a woman back or catering and negotiating will never work. It is just simply a shit test that you will lose in.
Because if there is something there, then she will let you know eventually. And if there's nothing there, you're going to know that too, because you never hear from her again. That's fine. The protocol for getting her back is to walk away and don't look back. That's the protocol, is to move on. The protocol, if she doesn't want you back, is to walk away and don't look back.
I want you to know something right now. If a woman left me, I would be happy. I mean this. I would be happy. I would never go out and abuse myself over a female. Never. Never. I would be happy she left, because I would know that's what, if she left me, I would be happy. I will go get me something good to eat. I'll work on maybe some projects I got going on. I'll put on a movie, or I'll just put on nothing. I'll just eat and I'm going to go to bed. Okay. This is the truth. I will be happy if a chick wanted to leave my life. I would open the door and I would say, bless you, baby. You be safe out of them streets. All right. And she's no longer under my protection. She no longer has my words. She no longer has my leadership. She no longer has my touch. She no longer has me. And so I'm going to go on and live my dope ass life. And she not going to be on the team no more.
You want to know how people that broke your heart sleep? Good as fuck. That person that destroyed you, that hurt you, that did you wrong, that betrayed you, guess what? They are moving on with their life. It's easy for people to make a mess and walk away because they ain't got to clean that shit up. Here you are, though. You the one that got to put your heart back together. You the one that got to heal. You the one that got to go to therapy. You the one that got to have questions about your worth. Why didn't this person see my value? And I guess what I'm trying to say to you is that motherfucker ain't thinking about you no more. So instead of thinking about them, think about you. How many times you gonna make your breakup that much worse, your healing that much harder because you are making it about that person that's sleeping good at night? Or you trying to be the karma police, and every time you check that person's page and they smiling and or they moved on and found a new girlfriend or boyfriend, now you destroyed because you think they should be hurting. Guess what? God got that. God gonna make it right. That's his battle. But too often after a breakup, you be trying to make it your battle. So what you do is you take your attention off your healing and now put it on them suffering.
And here's the part nobody says out loud. He didn't leave to hurt you. He left because the quiet was the first thing that felt like himself in 2 years. The silence wasn't a weapon. It was the only door left. So if you're sitting there thinking, okay, Roxy, so what? Women just have to take it, never speak up? That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is there's a woman out there right now who figured out the difference between being heard and running the room. And the men in her life aren't walking away. They're walking toward her. Let me show you what she knows.
How do you move on when you're the one who messed up? You have to take accountability. You have to take accountability and get prepared to see a side of you that you don't want to see. One of the hardest things for us to do when we know that we have done something wrong is to look in the mirror. And so to avoid those feelings, we try to rationalize certain things and we try to flip the blame on somebody else. So sometimes we create these narratives that the other person did something wrong. Sometimes we start looking for the little things that they did to minimize the blow when it comes to ourselves. But you have to be able to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I messed up. Yes, I'm human. I made a mistake. I messed up too. And so with taking that moment of accountability, in that moment of accountability, you also have to give yourself some compassion as well. I am a human. I did mess up. How can I change this? Not changing to get that person back, to change this so I don't end up doing this in the future. So a lot of times, don't create the narrative. Don't try to create a new narrative that it was them to lighten the blow. You have to sit in those uncomfortable feelings. What you did was
like a home, not a battlefield.
Advice of the day, because you know I'm keep giving it to you. Ladies, if your man brings up an issue to you, you should really listen to him and not dismiss his feelings. A lot of times we want to operate out of ego and kind of shift the blame. Take accountability and apologize. I promise you it's okay.
Sometimes us women, we break our own hearts. Are we going to keep it fucking P? Sometimes us women, we are the reason for our own heartbreak. 7 times out of 10. Maybe the other 3, I'll leave it to the guys getting over us. They're manipulators. They're fucking good now. They're fucking good. And we fall for it. Outside of that, we bought that shit on ourselves. We intentionally ignore red flags. And we all been there. We all been there. So this is no judgment. We intentionally ignore those red flags because we wanted it to be him so fucking bad. So bad. Like we date 1. We was like, this my boo. This my husband. I don't care what happens. We intentionally ignored the red flags. He was doing the bullshit. And we saw it all like this. I'm gonna let it go because he's cute. I'm gonna let it go because he take care of me, a provider. He do all this stuff. Or that love bombing shit got to you. Oh, I gotta let it go. And we fell in love, or we fell in hard like with the beginning version of him. And those little peaks of manipulation, gaslighting, neglect, stonewalling, cheating, whatever it may be, we let it go. Because we wanted him to be that guy so bad. So bad. To the point that we didn't love ourselves anymore. It's crazy. And I know some people might be like, no, not me, or is that really happening often? It's absolutely happening often. Look at the TikTok, Instagram, Reddit. You ever seen like the forums when women ask questions and they'll be like, well, what should I do if he cheats? What should I do if he ghosts me? What should I do if he... And you're looking and listening like, sis, get up out of there. And you know what we do? We waste our time. We waste our youth. We waste our womb on men who didn't deserve it because we were too scared to leave it. We were too insecure to make the move. Have discernment, yo. Trust yourself. Women, we have intuition. God gave us that. God gave us the intuition to trust ourselves. Like, I get emotional about that shit because us as women, like, we really have to be careful. We're powerful. Us when we're powerful beings. And the fact that we give our energy and our time to people and men specifically that don't deserve because we're scared of the unknowing, or we limit ourselves on the unknowing because we're hoping for something. Hope deferred makes the heart sick.
I fumbled the man I probably should have married, and I'm making this post so that y'all don't do the same thing that I did. This is an accountability post. I met him on Hinge, and this was back when the algorithm was working a lot better, and it was like 2022, I believe. I didn't like his profile. I just knew he was gonna like me, and the next day he did. Normally I name names, but just in case he has a new girl and they're at peace, I don't want to disrupt his situation, so I'm not gonna name his name. But anyway, we met up quickly, we went on a date, and we ended up being like glued to each other pretty fast. We were like in a relationship within like a month, I believe. He locked it down. He was not trying to see me single. This man was fine. He was like 6'3", buff, long hair. He looked like Roman Reigns. Society would easily give him a 9, easily. And if you know me, you know who I'm talking about. But frankly, his looks were pretty irrelevant, honestly. He actually was very kind, very sweet, very empathetic, very emotional, very in tune with his emotions, but also quite emotional. And, you know, he just had a lot of very positive traits. The number one being, he did not play about me at all. We went to brunch with his brother and sister-in-law, and they were kind of cold, like not really like, I don't know, warming up to me. And he called that out immediately. He was like, absolutely not. When his brother was not trying to get to know me after like we had met, he was like, can you put more effort in with Britt? Like, that's my girl. Like, put some respect on Britt's name. Like, he did not play about me at all. I had never in my life dated a man like that. I had never dated a man who was on my side, like who, like, I don't know, defended me. I've never had that before. He also impressed my parents. My mom liked him a lot. She said I broke his heart, and honestly, I agree. But yes, my parents liked him a lot. So we dated for like 6 months, and I kept feeling like something was just missing throughout the relationship. Like something just felt like it was missing. And I would communicate that to him like, oh, I like you a lot. I love you, but like something's just missing. And I didn't know what it was, and this poor guy was just doing his best to try to figure out what was missing, like trying to make adjustments, but like he just couldn't figure it out, and neither could I, because I didn't have the self-awareness that I have now. What was missing was chaos. No matter how many adjustments he was willing to make, he couldn't adjust himself to become a chaotic, toxic man when he just wasn't that. And that's all I had ever been used to. You see, I had not taken the time to like truly heal myself after my relationship prior to him, which was with an abusive guy. Very abusive, emotionally avoidant guy. Emotionally unavailable, everything. Okay, I had not healed from that. Not enough to be with a person who was safe. And so one day when he pissed me off, I broke up with him like on a whim. Because the majority of my prior relationships were with like antagonistic men, I was not ready to receive someone who was safe and loving and kind and caring. Maybe I didn't think I deserved it. Maybe I couldn't recognize what it was. My nervous system didn't know what to do with safe. My parents were kind of emotionally unavailable. Growing up in that dynamic, you kind of look for that in partners as well. So I ended up with emotionally unavailable men back to back to back. That brings me to my next point. For a while, what I felt like the relationship was lacking was him being a true leader. He would defer to me to make a lot of decisions because he felt like I was more intelligent than him. He would want me to like plan stuff. He would want me to just like make a lot of choices that I felt like the man should make. And I just didn't want to do that. I wanted like a leader in the way that I saw leader, like how I viewed it. But like knowing that he has weaknesses and that I have strengths, and then deferring to me where he's weak and letting him take the reins where he's strong is leadership. Like, okay, he could lead when it comes to protecting and providing and whatever, but he may have needed help with planning and stuff that he's not so good at, but I just couldn't see that at the time because I was dumb. I thought I needed 10 out of 10 boxes checked, but relationships are not found, they are built. Soulmates are built. Boxes can be built. If the person is at 7 or 8 and the last 2 need some work, you can meet them halfway. They can meet you halfway. Adjustments can be made. You don't have to break up. So though he had 8 of my 10 boxes, I was still too traumatized to accept him. I couldn't regulate my own nervous system fully yet. I had gotten to that point at 25 and met a very abusive man at 26, and I lost all my progress. So I still needed chaos, and I ruined it. The next guy I dated after that ended up being another avoidant who was emotionally unavailable and ended up breaking my heart worse than anybody else I'd ever experienced in my entire life. So I got my karma pretty fast, I guess. Let this be a lesson. If you've met someone who's good, they protect you well, they show up, they love you, but you feel like something's missing or something feels off or whatever the case may be, or it feels boring, make sure that something is not just the trauma that you're used to. Make sure that, you have healed enough to even receive what they're offering you. You don't need a perfect man. You just need a man that checks enough boxes that you can work with the rest. Anyway, that angel wasn't even on social media like that, so he'll probably never see this, but still, if you do see this, I hope you're doing great.
You made it through the whole thing, and I'm not going to pretend that's nothing, because I know this conversation isn't exactly comfortable for you. You sat through it anyway. That's not nothing. That's character. Most men don't need another person telling them what they're doing wrong. You already carry enough of that. What you don't hear enough is that the quiet strength you walk around with every day, the showing up, the keeping your head down, the not making your feelings someone else's problem, that's not a flaw. That's the foundation of a man worth staying for. So thank you, genuinely, for listening, for giving my words a seat at your table for a few minutes. And if you're not ready to go just yet, please watch another one of the videos that's popping up on the screen. Give it a watch. I think you'll feel seen. I will catch you guys in the next one.